And there's going to be lots of key date material, 1921, 28 peace dollars. We've got an Athenian Owl tetradrachm. We've got an Alexander the Great tetradrachm, and plenty of other tetradrachms, some modern world stuff, better Islamic and Persian coins. We've got some cool graded material. This is a rare 5 Reichsmark from post-World War II Germany. Other graded material, early 1700s metals graded by NGC, as well as some graded world mix. We've got ancients, we've got US, we've got a lot of group lots as well over here, just a preview, but it's going to be over 250 lots, and as well as some giveaways. Let's get into the intro, and then we'll show all of the coins that are going to be for sale in tomorrow night's Whatnot auction. Hello everybody, Christian from Treasure Town here, and today we're going to be getting into some of the incredible items for sale on my tomorrow or Tuesday, the 10th of January's Whatnot live auction. We're going to be starting at 7 p.m., but it's probably the best auction I've ever done and put together, so I'm really excited to show off some of the lots, and as you could tell from the preview, there's going to be a lot of really cool stuff. I've sort of selected a lot of the more premium inventory, and I have been buying aggressively throughout the past few months, and so it'll be nice to put it all together. If you haven't already signed up for Whatnot, you can get $15 with the link at the top of my bio, so that could be a family member or something like that who hasn't signed up that you could encourage and use my link for. So just as a heads up that you should think about that. But let's get into a bunch of the lots. It's additionally, I guess I did want to, before I did that, cover some of the January vision, so I'm going to be doing a few more auctions throughout January. I'll show you my Saturday afternoon sale. We're going to be unloading pretty much a ton of extra inventory from 2022, plus some better material thrown in, and then I'll have probably 3 or 4 more sales throughout the month that you can sort of register for. But I'm really excited with the coin selling. As I alluded to in my strategy video, basically I'm enjoying purchasing a lot of coins and with an eye to resell them, and foresee myself doing that over the next few months on Whatnot. It's a great place to just hang out, talk coins, and with that being said, let's take a closer look at some of the coins and lots of coins. I did a lot of lots. I bought a few different collections, and I'm going to just be offloading a lot of in like groups of 50 or 100 coins, that sort of thing. Let's get right into the video. And as you can tell, there's a lot of material, so I'm just going to start with the US coins, then we'll go into the stuff categorized as world, ancient, and then finally some of the group lots. So much stuff again, and there's even a little bit more beyond this. Plus, of course, at the end of the video, I'll get into Saturday's sale, which is not going to be as sort of expensive material for the most part. But yeah, we'll start with the US. And it's going to be in no particular order, but as a reminder, this is all categorized. There's probably going to be a fair amount of world mixed in, but we've got a lot of cool error material. I'll get into that later. We've got a 1911 Barber half dollar, 1808 East India Company 20 cash, and I may speed up as I go along a little bit, but everything from half dimes, shield nickels, error dimes, nice standing Liberty quarters. We got a lot of Barber quarters. Looks like a Walker early date, some British material, and some of it slightly better French material, Stone Mountain, classic commemorative half dollar, Peruvian Sol, French 10 francs, and then some nicer type US as well. We've got some large cents, 2-cent pieces, but really trying to get a good overall mix of stuff in this batch. This looks like, actually it's a pretty rare coin. This one is a 1661, I think, like 6 grosch from Poland, and this is rare occupation coinage out of Belgium. 1572 to Batson, and then more US type, so some large cents, some early King George the Third and a Queen Anne from 1708, some British groups, and then back to Civil War tokens, key date Jefferson nickel, nice toned dimes, off-center dimes, and then a few mixed error lots. And then we also have a fair amount of Morgan and peace dollars. Like when I have an auction that's like 200 lots, to have one in every, 10 be a Morgan dollar or something. I did a full date run of 81 up to, and some of them are better condition, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90. And then I have, this one's clean, but a solid condition, 97S, better date. And then a 1900, 1902, 1904. And then I've got the high relief 1921. These two are both clean. There's a little damage below the date, but they're still pretty rare coins. 1928 P, better date peace dollar. And then I've got everything from 23, 25. I know there's mint marks on some of these. I think that's 27D, 26, 35, and then a few other, type material, uncirculated buffalo nickel, some seeded quarters, 3 and 5 cent coins. So that's everything categorized as US. There's a lot more in the US metals and some graded coins, but now we're going to shift to the world. Starting out, we've got some nicer Cilician Armenia coins and 2 from Antioch, the Crusader states. And we've got an Iranian coin, a nice Crusader silver denaro, and then this one's a nice 1918 quarter rupee from British India. We've got Nepalese coinage, a nice coin from Jersey, some 6 Shahi coins from Iran or Persia in the 1700s. We've got a half crown and, again, mix. We got 2 nice German Notgelds. That is some Swiss, and we have a few different Swiss medals and medallions. Those last 2 are silver. This one is 1815, a Rappen coin, and that's from, I think, this 1840 from Switzerland silver. One other metal. We've got 2 jetons here. We'll have a few more later. And then we do have a nice mix of maybe 20 or so Islamic silver coins. These are Persian pre-Islamic, but there's a Umayyad Durham. Those are, wide mix of lots and items. But everything from those, and I would call them Islamic still, but then there's also some more like, these are just Ottoman Empire axe coins from different rulers in pretty nice shape. There's a Medini, that's a Dama from the Ghaznavids in the early 1000s. There's a Mughal Indian half rupee, Akbar the Great, another, mix of nice copper coins from Sweden, as well as a few silver. That one's a nice 1650 4-skilling from Denmark. Early French silver. There's a random Franklin half thrown in. And then we do have, I even forgot these in the intro. There's, I think, 2, maybe another one later on. 8 Rials coins. This one's very scratched. This one's hold, but still pretty significant in my books. Restrike Talar, 1746 Spanish coin. There's a BC Indian silver coin. And then we've got a mix of Mexican silver and some German silver from different governments. Including modern. We've got some Hidalgo coins. So really, just a big mix of world coins, and there's going to be a lot more. I'll maybe show off some of the group lots at this point, just because it's probably mostly world. There's a random US nice half dime, but we've got some jetons. There's a group lot. There's a 1770 Russian Kopek. And then I'm just going to grab over here. There might be actually some metals mixed in, but there are going to be a few other jetons here. That's a big Grant medal from Albany, New York. There's a lot of distressed type coins, a bunch of 3-cent pieces. There's different quarters. That's a restrike medal, unlike the original that we have later. And then some group lots of U.S. and foreign silver coinage. And we can keep it going, actually, with some of the graded stuff. I know I showed you in the intro some of the other graded material. These are like not super high end, but cool graded world coins. And then some of the better stuff, you've got this radiate from the Roman Empire. There's a lot of great ancients. Full bell lines, $50 by MGC, and then some proof 70 modern quarters, state park quarters, which is sort of interesting. Let's see, group lot, that's another group of like not great errors, is how I've described it. I bought a big collection of error material, and we've got some cool, like, a lot of these are restrike metals or, from like the 70s. There's still considerable value attached, but I don't want to mislead anybody. That's a nice group lot of world older coins and silver, and then a bunch more sort of metals and tokens, sales tax tokens, all wrapped up. So again, some real... there's probably going to be a fair amount of things that go cheap tomorrow. I'm also, and that'll continue over to this weekend, but just because there are so many lots, it's probably going to be a good opportunity to pick up some material that, I don't know, maybe you would not have gotten otherwise. Here's a sort of cool item. It's like an ounce, it's 77% of an ounce. It's $1 from the assay office and like silver shot, but it's like a bit historic as well. And I'm going to put this back. Let's see if I can do it. Yeah, I did it pretty elegantly, so I'm going to be able to immediately, without a cut, go right to the ancient coins. Let me see how to do this. I'm going to probably start from the front and work my way backwards. But we'll start out, I got some nicer portraits of Christ. That's a Byzantine coin, another axe coin. Here's some Judean prutas from the Hasmonean dynasty, probably about 105 BC to 75 BC or so, and then a few pruta coins from more modern era. Greek 275 BC, Litra, Byzantine weights and seals. That's a hard times token that says Wall Street on it, but it's counter-stamped. Really nice French jeton. And then we've got a bunch of Antoniniani and Denarii. So that looks like a nice Antonianus with the radiate crown. We've got Denarius of Septimius Severus. We've got tetradrams of Nero. Quinarius from the Celts, about 100 BC, and then a bunch more denarius coins all in front of us. That's sort of from the 1100s, a Tripoli County denier, 1400s German silver, and then a mix of other. Those look like world, but then we're going to throw it back probably to some of, this is not the oldest coin, but it's the oldest large silver coin, along with the later Alexander the Great tetradrachm. This is an Athenian owl tetradrachm, a really nice portrait with the owl and the full, AOE lettering. Some Persian Achaemenid Empire, Sigloi silver coins, posthumous Antonianus, late Roman or later Roman, sort of 3rd and 4th century mix, but all with pretty nice portraits. That one's Justinian, beggars can't be choosers. That's like 500 AD, and then more Byzantine, a few Christ phallus, and just different coins from the Byzantine and slightly later empires. We've still got, and there's also going to be a little bit more world silver that I had forgotten about, but more Antoniniani and just late bronze coins. Then we get into here is some German and German states silver coins. That's a Euboean tetrabole from about 150 BC. We've got a Hungarian dinar, one from 1300, one from about 1619 is the date. Judean war pruta, that's a little bit more rare. And then some more sort of nice portrait Roman bronzes and Billen coins, low percentage silver, as they eroded and their empire went down. These are much earlier, about 1,000 years earlier than the coins I just showed you. That's a Mysian Greek fractional coin, but Ionia, Phocaea. That one's Lampsakos mint, then a Vespasian denarius, another Siglos coin, and a little bit more worn shape. And I'll show you to round everything out. We do have some cool, South African silver, Spanish Philippines silver. That is Third Reich German silver, large, that's damaged, but German 5 mark, Romanian silver. There's something for literally everybody in this auction, and that's one of the reasons I'm very proud of putting it together. But I'll show you a few more, and then again we'll get into a brief overview of our Saturday auction, which will be probably more, a lot of coins that are in like the $7 or $8 to $20 range. But this stuff all for tomorrow. I mean, maybe a few of the coins will go for those ranges, but there's a lot of more valuable stuff mixed in. So let's show the remainder. I'm going to add those in to tomorrow's hunt or auction, and then after that, I'll show you Saturday. And there were a few coins that I wanted to add that I haven't put in the document yet, but whether it's a 700s Tabaristan half dram off-center penny, a 4th, 5th century BC Eastros cast coin, or some more modern cherry picker varieties. That one's not cherry picker, but it is a double die. We got a clip planchet 1909 penny. We've got a FS 101 fully doubled quarter. That's a better coin. Here we've got a 1923 Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth NGC AU55. I think it's 3 grosz, 1744 Hungarian 15 Krajar with the full portrait of Madonna and child on the back, or the 1707 dated, and they stopped making these in 1712 because that's when Moget passed away. This commemorated the Battle of Lleida, which was a Spanish I think it was like in Catalan, like the Franco-Spanish War or something, in the 1642. So that's some better material, but we've also got everything from group lots of foreign metals. What's this? A bunch of different error coins. More group lots of foreign metal. That's a silver coin right there. Swiss metals. More errors. or this. There's actually some better stuff in here. You can see right there, that's a ancient Roman coin, you know, lots of earlier 1894. We've got some silver coins mixed in, not in the main batch, but this was just sort of the remaining inventory that I had, or some, you know, groups of Oklahoma related metals and exonumia and a bunch of sales tax tokens. It's going to get crazy, so I'll look forward to seeing you again tomorrow. And now we'll take a quick look at some of the stuff we have for Saturday. And finally, I'll just show sort of a brief preview of Saturday. I don't want it to get out of hand, and your attention is probably waning, but all of these are going to be fully ID'd. A lot of it's like smaller Byzantine planchet material, as you can see in front of me, but I figured it would be a great way to give people some good deals, maybe start an ancient collection for not a ton of money. You know, the portraits on them are still often pretty solid, but they're not going to be as pricey as much of the stuff that's selling in tomorrow. Plus, there's some pretty good coins thrown in. You know, here's some late Roman bronzes or Antoniniani, all different types of coin items. And that's from that end. Let me jump to the other side. I know that there's like everything from some of the more worn, like in tomorrow, Tuesday's auction. You know, a lot of this will be no longer, you know, we'll have the really good condition versions and some of the stuff in front of us. And I also tried to mix in, you know, there's still going to be a few denarii or like some decent coins that are, you know, just more affordable price points. So maybe instead of paying, you know, $35, you can pick something up for 12, that sort of thing. So that'll be exciting, and I think I should have either a live stream mirror or just like a live stream telling everybody that's going on. And it's not going to be limited to just like ancients at all. There's going to be all sorts of stuff. So lots of US type, you know, plenty of 2-cent pieces, and some of the coins here probably should have been put into the other auction, but here's, you know, a bunch of error mini group lots. I am excited, and I feel like, you know, I just want to get coins into collectors' hands, and it's a really fun way to hang out and do so. Plus, again, that $15 credit. The $15 credit, if you haven't used it, will be really good for a lot of the material that's going on in this auction. So better stay. That's a contemporary counterfeit. So like counterfeit right around the time it was produced. It's always challenging to value that sort of material, but just something interesting. And then we also have a lot of world material, so some civic copper, German corroded coins, but there's some better stuff, again, like Swedish. There's some of the similar stuff where maybe it's like, okay, it could range up to $20-$30, and there should be some better material than that as well, but just want to show good breadth, and then I'll probably wrap this video up. But yeah, here's some of the Crusader States material. Again, it's just some rougher coins, so maybe these are like, I don't know, just they're not going to go for $30-$40. It's more of a, you know, way to keep my inventory moving and make sure that I'm doing things that benefit everybody. You know, thinking of all different types of price points and that sort of thing. I see some more metals back there, but there's going to be like some smaller world silver coins, or some sort of not as fancy jetons all throughout. Some Swiss metals as well. I think that there's actually a few better ones, and then I'm actually going to stop. But yeah, there's some more jetons that aren't as high end. There's you know, some nice portraits on a lot of these. So anyways, looking forward to that sale as well, but my focus over the next, you know, 24-hour period is going to be setting up the Tuesday sale, and then I'll see you on Saturday after that. I'll also have some fun takeaways at that point from the New York International Show. So see you soon. Thanks for watching the video, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Also, be sure to visit our website, treasuretown.com, to stay up to date on everything going on the channel and possibly get some great deals on coins and collectibles. We look forward to seeing you on our future videos, and best wishes until then.